Hi, my name is Stacy and welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm so excited you clicked on this video. I am so excited you're here. I'm also so nervous because I've been putting this off for so long, like so long you have no idea. But today I said no matter how I look, no matter how I'm feeling, I am going to come on camera and do this first YouTube video. I am a wife. I am a boy mom. I have two sons in elementary and middle that play soccer. And as of June, this past June, I am unemployed. Wow. So in June, I was let go from my job, which I was at for about 5 years, going on 6. And I don't know, I was shocked, but at the same time, I was not shocked. You can look on people's calendars and see what's going on, and I saw what was going on, and I saw who was added to our meeting that was on my schedule. So I was like, okay, I think this is happening, and it did. So I wasn't shocked in that aspect, and I also wasn't shocked just because of some things that have been going down. But at the same time, I was shocked because I was a value add to the company, and I did a lot of great things and made a lot of impact. And so for me, it was a bit of a shock. I will say, and this is going to sound really bad, in a way, when it happened, I was kind of relieved. So where I was working, I did travel a lot. And so, I would be away from home, whether it be one day up to a week at a time. And that was a lot of strain because I do have 2 kids. I do have a husband. So I was missing a lot of things with my family. And when you travel for work, it can be very stressful because you're living out of a suitcase for a certain amount of time, and you're getting on planes, taking Ubers, eating out in new hotels all the time. And as someone that does have a family, that was hard for me, and it did weigh on me a lot. So when I say a relief, it was from that, because I did love my job. I loved what I did. I was in education, and I've been in education for I don't even know how long at this point. I started in the classroom. I taught as an adjunct professor at colleges. I was an instructional coach. And then my last job, I worked with a company that was an education company. So I spent most of my life in education. And I think within the last month or so, I realized that losing my job taught me that I also lost part of my identity when I lost that job. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I was a full-time employee, and that full-time employee role got taken away. So it was kind of like, what next? And in the beginning, it was cool. It was like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm so excited. I get to, take my kids to school every day, pick them up, make them breakfast, make their lunches, do all that stuff. But then, recently, it hit me like, girl, what now? Okay, you've been at home for 10 months now. You've cleaned the house, you've done some house projects, you've gone shopping, you've done the things, but what now? What next? Because again, working since I was in high school was part of my identity, and now I'm not working. So what does that mean? And in that, I realized that I've lost myself. And for so long, I've been a full-time employee. For so long, for 11 years, 12 actually, I've been a mom. I've been a wife. So I don't know who I truly am except for now, a wife and a mom, right? Because I'm no longer working. And it hit me hard because I want to get back to who I am. Like, I want to get back to the old Stacy. And I know that's difficult because, when you're a mom, when you're a wife, things are different from when you were single in college, just living it up, doing the darn thing, right? So I'm not expecting that life. I don't want that life, trust me. But just knowing who I am, what I enjoy, my purpose, that's what I want to get back to. And that brings me to life lately with Stacy. So I've wanted to do YouTube since forever, and I've just never done it. There was always an excuse. I was always waiting for the perfect reason to get on here. And I finally just said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I have a phone. I have a tripod. I have some lights. I have somewhere to sit. I have a voice. So go ahead and do it because, there's probably someone else out there who feels like I do. Like maybe you recently lost your job, or maybe something has changed in your life and you're on a journey to just find yourself and figure yourself out, no matter how old you are. And so I said, let's do it. And to be honest, I don't think that it's about having a YouTube channel for me as much as it is having some accountability. Like I say, I'm going on this journey, right? I'm going on this journey to find myself, to get back to the old me. And with the camera in front of me and with an audience, now I'm accountable because you all are watching this journey. And if I flop, well, you could be like, Stacy, you said you were going to, and that's okay. But I know I'm going to get back on track because I do have that accountability. So I feel like it's more so sharing this journey, but also having accountability for this journey. And then in the end, getting back to my old self, because that's what I want to do. And you're probably like, why is she looking over there? Because I have my notes, because I didn't want to ramble, because I'm literally coming on here with nothing. It was just, okay, you're going to get on here and you may ramble. You may, okay? But I still wanted to give myself some talking points. But yeah, I feel like this journey and YouTube is me documenting the journey. Me documenting, okay, how I feel today on March 6th, 2026 versus how I may feel in December of 2026, the end of the year. So I'm documenting this, and it's also like a way to just let stuff out. I have a lot of things on my mind, a lot of things I'm thinking about. It's like I go to bed at night tired, exhausted, right? But then I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep. Why? Because my brain is like going 100 miles an hour. And I'm at the point where I kind of feel like my nervous system is shut down, because even though I'm not working, I'm still constantly on go. I'm like on go, 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 go. And everything is so routine for me because in the morning I wake up. I get my youngest son ready for school. I take him to school. I come back home. I make sure my oldest son is getting ready. Then I take him to school. Then I come back home. And then I have a couple of hours to myself before I go pick up my younger son. And then we come home and then we do, all the after school stuff. And then I go out again and pick up my older son. And then we come home and then we get ready for soccer. And so it's routine. It's like every day is the same thing. And I'm not complaining. I'm fine with that. But where's the time for me? Like, I don't know. Like, where's the me time? I do hang out with friends and, I go out and do stuff, but at the same time, it's not me. Like, it's not who I was before or who I thought I'd be now. And so I'm ready for that change. And with this channel, this is real. This is real life. And I watch a lot of YouTubers and I think they're great. And I'm not like the YouTubers I watch for the most part, I don't think. This isn't scripted. This isn't me coming on talking about something random. This isn't me coming on here talking about a journey that I went through and I'm telling you about it. Instead, this is you going through the journey with me and you seeing my mistakes, you seeing my wins, small, big, whatever they may be. And I'm really excited about that. Like, there is no niche. It's just real life, real chaos, real just trying to find me, figure myself out, and just live the best life possible for me as well as for my family. And I'm excited about the journey. I'm definitely nervous because, I mean, it's YouTube. So I don't know how many people are watching me. I don't know what they're thinking about me. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm here, and I'm here to, like I said, not only go on this journey for myself, but to also go on this journey with other people who are experiencing some of the same things I'm experiencing, as someone who has lost their job, lost part of their identity through losing that job, trying to find themselves after losing themselves for whatever reason. And I know there are a lot of people out there who, they got married, they had kids, they divorced, they separate, they stayed together, whatever the case may be. Kids leaving the house and going off to college, newborn stage, whatever it may be. During those times, during those transitions in life, during that navigation, we end up losing a part of ourselves. And we have to get that back, because at the end of the day, you cannot pour yourself onto others or into others if your cup is empty, right? And for me, I'm not going to say my cup is empty, because I am forever and so grateful for the life that I do have, the life that I had, and the life that I'm going into. But I will say that, you know, there comes a point where your nervous system is shot, and you're kind of like in that fight or flight stage. You're trying to figure out, okay, what the heck is going on, even though you're doing it and you're functioning every day. But for me, I can tell, like I said, breaking out, the way I've been eating, my eating habits have changed. Sleep, I barely get that because I wake up in the middle of the night, and that's affecting me. And then that's a domino effect, because then it affects my husband, it affects my kids, it affects my other family members, it affects my friends, it affects everything. And so I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing this to see a difference, see a change. And like I said, and I'll repeat it again, I'm excited about it. So thank you for clicking on this video. And if you are facing something similar, or you can relate, and you are navigating through life, just trying to figure it out and find who you are again and your purpose and start with it, then definitely like this video, comment on this video, subscribe. I'm excited to just talk to you guys and hear what you all have to say. And I really want to ask, like, before I head off, like, when you feel like you have lost yourself, or if you are in this fight or flight mode, what are you doing to help yourself out? What are you doing to better yourself? I would appreciate any comments, recommendations, suggestions, all the things that you could give. I'd appreciate that, for real. But just tell me what you're doing, and I look forward to talking to you again in the next video. Bye, guys.